Hi and welcome to the vlog. I'm Tova, this is Parent XP. Christmas presents for Elin. What am I getting Elin? What's Alice getting Elin? What are some good presents to give to a child like Elin? Coming up, this is what I'm getting Elin this year. Doesn't look like much, didn't cost very much, but this little package here is Elin's all-time favorite toy. This is a 2-pack of first aid blankets. This stuff. First aid blanket, space blanket, foil blanket, whatever you want to call it. Elin loves it. She loves it so much that she tears it to shreds. That is the last piece I have of what was once a 5-pack of really big ones that I cut in half. And she's gone through all of them. She's gone through basically 9.5 of them in less than a year and a half. You put her on the floor, she will kick and roll and move and giggle and be in absolute hysterics. If she's in her chair and you put it on her chest by her arms, she'll sit and scrunch it. The sound that makes and the way it looks, it really, really stimulates Elin. So she's getting new space blankets from me this Christmas. This is what I'm giving her. Perfect. This is what Alice is giving her. This is bath salts. Elin loves having a bath, and I don't know how she is with like scents, that kind of sensory input, but she does seem to like nice scents. She doesn't respond negatively to it anyway. And as I say, she loves baths. Absolutely loves baths. So this is a nice pot of bath salts. Apparently they shimmer. Oh well, shimmery bath salts. Brilliant. So this is what Elin is getting from me and Alice this year. I don't go crazy with Christmas presents. The girls get one present each from me. They get one present each from each other. Usually my house is full to the brim of Christmas presents, and I blame my family. They do get a lot of stuff. This year Elin is getting clothes, both from my mum and from my brother. I've asked them specifically for clothes. She has grown so much, she hasn't got anything that really fits her anymore. Everything fits width-wise, it's just lengthwise. The sort of trousers end here on her now, because she's all legs. It's all legs. Legs going on for miles. So they are giving her clothes. So that is what she's getting from me and my immediate family this year. I don't know what else is coming in terms of friends and organisations giving her things, but we will find out. We will see. We'll see. And she's obviously going to get things from her dad and her dad's side of the family, but all of that's going to stay there. What else is useful to give to a child like Elin? Elin can't play. She cannot play with things independently. That space blanket is the closest thing to independent play we can have, in that I take the toy out for her. I put her on the toy or put the toy in her arms. She can't play with things. She can move her legs pretty well. She can move her head pretty well. She's sort of limited with her hand and arm movement. And that makes it really, really difficult to buy things for her. And one thing I do have coming out of my ears is this stuff. This is the typical, oh, I need a sensory toy for a disabled child. What am I going to give her? Oh, I know, I'm going to give her one of these light up balls. I mean, these are the ones that I just grabbed out of a drawer without even looking. We have so much of this stuff because it's what everybody reaches for. They're not very expensive, they're easy to get. Sure, fine, but again, Elin can't play with them. I sort of have to light them and hold them up in front of her, and yes, she does enjoy the flickering light. And she enjoys the feel of it if I put it in her hands, but... So they're not necessarily actually the best toy for a child like Elin, even though they are really marketed as a sensory toy and good for special needs children. I just not necessarily feeling them. So what do I get that really works for Elin, or what has Elin gotten in the past that has been really good? There are a few things that absolutely stand out. One of them is this. Jiggly Ball. This is a crawl and learn bright light ball from VTech. VTech, this is brilliant. It moves by itself. It has these buttons, it has the light up, this one goes around and it sings. Elin loves this. She got her first one, oh my God, how old was she? Around a year old. From friends of ours, we'd gone up to visit them. It was a car journey. Elin hated being in the car. She'd screamed blue murder all the way up. We were so stressed out. It was horrible. We were not looking forward to going home. She was given this present. We put it in her lap in the car seat on the way home. And oh my God, the child didn't scream. She didn't scream. The first car journey ever that she didn't howl. For probably about 25-30 minutes, and then she was gone, and then we got stuck in traffic, and that's a completely different nightmare. But she was mesmerized by this, particularly when this is spinning around. She will put her head on it or her mouth on it, and then it gets stuck and it sort of actually, let me show you. You get that, and with her mouth on that to feel it, she thinks it's hilarious, and she can press the buttons, sort of. It's not necessarily a deliberate, well, it is a deliberate press, but she's not good enough to kind of go, I'm heading for this button, I'm going to press it. It is whatever button her hand happens to be by, she will squeeze it. But yes, I mean, she's been playing with this almost her entire life. She loves it. And she has two of them. She was given a different one a few years later. So I took one and Dad kept the other one. So she has two of them. Other things, I have two sets of buzzers. These little buttons. If you have Elin sitting up and you put it near her head, she will press it with her head. If she's lying down, you can place it underneath her hand. She will press it with her hand. She likes playing with buttons. She does a lot of button work in school. She thinks it's really funny. She feels very proud of herself, a massive sense of achievement. So different kinds of buttons. These four have different sounds. And then I also have these four that have various recordings for yes, no, maybe, and sorry. So these actually came from my brother because he thought maybe he can give Elin options to answers. So he can ask her things and she can answer yes or no. And it was a great idea, except that he didn't realize this. I'll demonstrate with a no button. It's different responses for when you press it. So I'm not sure how good these are for Elin communicating, but she thinks they are so funny. She will laugh her head off playing with these. She just thinks they're hysterical.
That's a firm maybe.
Like, she just thinks they're funny. She's quite fond of playing with buttons, so they're pretty good presents as well. Last year I gave her these. The circulation in her feet is really poor. They get very, very cold. This is a nice, cozy way of keeping her feet warm. I can actually get these over her splints when she's wearing the splints. So this kind of thing I would always recommend. Ways of keeping feet and hands warm. Really, really good. Another favorite garment is this. It's a tube scarf. Put it on Elin. It's a dribble bib that doesn't look like a bib. Girl is 8 years old. She doesn't need to wear bibs. She's too big for bibs. This looks like a fashion accessory, but it catches all the dribble. So I really, really like these. This is from Tate Rose Bibs. All of my tube scarves are from Tate Rose Bibs. I love them. They're fantastic quality. They're really absorbent. We've had them for ages. And yes, I did get her these for present one year. I can't remember if I got them for a birthday present or a Christmas present, but really, really, really good, these ones. Hugely recommended. Then we come to two really innovative presents that she's been given that I just wasn't expecting. Well, no, one of them I was expecting, I suggested it, but the first one I wasn't expecting. Somebody, a good friend of mine, gave Elin audiobooks. She can't really see, she can't hold books, but she can listen, and she's very interested in audio input. So she got the complete Narnia collection on audiobooks.
Well, said Lucy rather slowly.
she can listen to these for hours. She's really fascinated. And not only did she get the complete Narnia, she got 2 different versions of them. She got the read by a single person all the way through and the full cast version of all the Narnia books. The full cast versions she loves. She is mesmerized. So that turned out to be a really brilliant gift for her. Audiobooks. Fantastic. And because she loved the audiobooks so much, and because I play music for her so much, a friend of mine said, what does she want? And I said, well, either this or this or this. And my friend gave her this. This is an Echo Hub, so it's her own little Alexa unit that I can play music for her on throughout bedtime and during the day. Like, it's great. It's great. It just sits here. It's right next to her bed. There's a classical for sleep playlist that she really enjoys. She loves listening to the acoustic album by Skunk Anansie when she goes to sleep. Sounds hilarious, Skunk Anansie and sleep, but their acoustic album is actually really calming and mellow, so it works. She loves listening to that. She loves listening to Portishead and Tori Amos and Birdie, and music really is her thing. It's very much her thing. And that little Echo Hub there is Eileen's. That has been so good. So good. And yes, that's my gift idea for a child like Eileen. She also loves the fairy lights, so I always have fairy lights around for her. Anything shiny, anything sparkly. This is her Christmas stocking, and she is really fascinated by how the light catches it and how it changes colour. But yeah, she's actually quite severely vision impaired, so things to look at, not really all that interesting, but her hearing is perfect, so anything to listen to is brilliant. Anything that makes silly noises, funny noises, anything that sort of plays with Eileen. That's why this is so good, because it rolls around, it plays with Eileen rather than Eileen playing with it. So that's my recommendations. I hope you found that useful and informative, and once again, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you again soon. Bye!